do not have any issues in terms of the quality of our projects.
Okay.
But then, Canada is equally important to inform us that Hyprep at the moment is carrying out well over 100 projects in Ogoni. Water is one of those projects. And let me also inform us, Canada, that we are strictly in compliance with the recommendations of the United Nations Environment Program reports. And by that, water is one of the recommendations. The other recommendation is public health intervention.
Okay.
And as I speak to you, by next month, Hyprep will be carrying out the free medical outreach that has been running for over 4 or 5 years at the moment. The human biomonitoring study, which is a 3-year study that was recommended by the UNEP report to establish a possible correlation between health pattern and exposure to a hydrocarbon. As I speak to you, that study is being carried out by the WHO. It's actually ongoing. As I speak to you, the 100-bed Ogoni Specialist Hospital that will have an oncology department and, of course, a state-of-the-art, equipment, including an MRI. The latest MRI is at 92% complete. Over 86% complete. The same for the Center of Excellence. And what the Center of Excellence will do, it will serve as a repository for all the quantum of data Hyprep, has gathered over the Ogoni cleanup program. It will attract, foreign researchers and all of that. That is opening up Ogoni. Kalada, 132 kVA Ogoni power project that will connect Ogoni to the national grid is ongoing. The other day, we saw one of the states in the north celebrating the commissioning of a substation, just one substation. Kalada, Hyprep is constructing 2 transmission substations, one in Wiaka, the other one in Bodo, just for the Ogoni power project. As I speak to you, well over 7,000 direct jobs alone have been created. As I speak to you, Kalada, our mango restoration project, 1.4 million mango seedlings have been planted, and livelihood and shoreline activities are returning in our creeks. So there is so much for our people to be excited about. 2 days ago, the project coordinator was at the CBD Center we are beneficiaries for the Ogoni postgraduate scholarship. Were being screened. This year, 500 of them will be benefiting from the Hyprep postgraduate scholarship. Over 100 projects that are currently going on. So for me, it's one of the best times to be an Ogoni man.
All right. So
we are happy that our people are coming to terms with this reality.
All right, Mr. Nwigoh, I would have to take calls, so I want to rush my questions. Before I continue with my line of questioning, you mentioned health and that you're building a state-of-the-art health facility. I'm wondering, is it just in one place? Because Ogoni comprises of different local governments and several communities. Is it in just one location? Are you going to decentralize health facilities in Ogoni region? Just a quick question, and I just thought I should ask that.
Okay, so just beyond the public health intervention is the fact that every Hyprep project is for Ogoni. That is why even for this water project, UNEP has recommended that water be provided for all the impacted communities.
Okay,
but
only
Hyprep
impacted.
is providing water to all Ogoni communities. So for the public health intervention, Hyprep has strengthened health facilities. Last year, we strengthened the Nchia health facility. We strengthened the normal health, health facility. We strengthened the Tarabo health facility, and of course, the Bori health facility. This year, we are strengthening the One public health facility. We are strengthening the normal health facility. The same for the Bodo and of course, Taba health facility. So the specialist hospital is for the whole of Ogoni and of course the environs. And there is also a 40-bed Bua Cottage Hospital that will also be servicing those around the other end of Ghana. So that is how it is with a number of all our projects.
Okay. Now, my final question, so I can open the phone line because time is fast spent, is that if you've praised so well the projects being handled by Hyprep, I know you're the PRO and you would only have good things to say, but if you speak so well of the projects by Hyprep, then could it be that there is division of interest in Ogoni land could it be political, local politics now? Somebody wants something, somebody's not getting it, and so let everybody fail. Could that be the situation? Do you think
Yeah.
that could be the situation?
Okay, so Kalada, it's a question that we've continued to ask ourselves as Hyprep over time. When we talk about perception management, expectation issues, and all of that. But in terms of expectation issues, you will judge and measure Hyprep, side by side what we call the UNEP checklists. So, what are the recommendations of the United Nations Environment Program report? How much have we carried out these recommendations? What more do we need to do? But I can speak to you, Kalada, that Hyprep in a number of cases has gone way and above even the recommendations of UNEP. There is no way in the UNEP report that power should be provided. There is no way in the UNEP report that hospitals should be built. There is no way in the UNEP report that, of course, what's it called, scholarship should be provided, and a number of other value additions Hyprep is bringing. So for us, whether you have expectations, whether there are perception issues, we would only ask that you be fair to Hyprep.
Aye.
What are the recommendations, clear recommendations of the UNEP report? How much is Hyprep carrying out these recommendations, and what other value additions are they bringing up? And so on that basis, you can also form your perception and, of course, whatever expectations you think you have. But Hyprep will stay within the mandate of the project clearly.
Okay, so I want to take calls now. So, Mr. Nwigoh, if you can hear me, I want to take calls and I want to take contributions as well. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. Beyond asking what you think after listening to the conversation between the PRO and me, I want to ask, how do we ensure that this exercise benefits Ogoni people and by extension the entire River State? Now, you should also know that Ogoni has got a huge what's the word now? I don't want to use chunk. Chunk is not the right adjective for that. But they've got, yes, huge reserve of oil and gas and can boost our income, internally generated revenue, money from 13% derivative, and all of that stuff. So how do we ensure that this cleanup exercise benefits not just Ogoni people, but River Staters, as a whole? JJ from Nwigoh, please go straight to the point. JJ, good morning to you. Welcome.
Yeah, Kalada,
welcome.
Good morning, and let me greet your guest in the studio.
All right, quickly,
and
please.
I listen to him keenly, and I will tell you my summary of what he has said is like majoring in the minor and minoring in the major.
How do you mean?
He said some of the things that they are doing right now is not even contained in the UNEP report, but they are doing it because people want to benefit. The one way they say make you do, you don't finish them before you now branch into other ones. I don't understand. Before you do anything, even the former governor, Amechi, was supplying water with trucks to Ogoni community. That shows you how important water is. And it's the same water you're providing today, and everything is collapsing. And if you look at the material you use, it's like Cameroon zinc, Obutan. Who does that? Major in the major and minor in the little, for goodness sake.
All right.
Thank you.
JJ, thank you. Magnus from Mile 3. Magnus, welcome. Straight to the point. I like to hear your thoughts. Yeah, good morning to you.
I want to say that Hyprep as an agency was created to alleviate the suffering of the people. But unfortunately, it's not the same as today. That you see Hyprep program being compromised, politicians hijacking the process, and even taking contracts from Hyprep to enrich themselves and their families and their families. I think that's not the basic purpose why this agency was created. You're talking about the water collapse, and your guest online said that it was collapse out of sabotage. I completely disagree.
No. He said suspicion. He did not say it was sabotage. Suspicion.
Even that committee that was set to investigate is just a waste of scarce resources. The issue is that those materials were substandard. Even the one in Bukala were not paid by them. It was something that was put there far back then, 19-something, and they just republished them. What we need is accountability from Hyprep to make sure that these projects are being carried out very well. People
All right.
will be happy when things are going well in the community. And so when you say sabotage, I think it is just a way of
All right.
diverting attention.
All right, Magnus, thank you. I've got to move on.
Put their homes together, house together.
All right, they should put the house together. Gospel from Rumudara. Gospel, straight to the point, please.
Canada, by the grace of God, am I able to and I am from Open.
Your time is reading quickly.
Canada, I am not, concerned about the collapse of this water because even in China, a developed country, the bridge that was commissioned 4 days after collapsed as well. But my concern, Canada, is that I thought by now we would have gone past the stage of suspicion. There was a committee set up by Hyprep to investigate this collapse. How far have that committee gone? That is my position this morning.
All right.
Thank you very much.
And that was the question I started with. I guess you didn't start the show, but let's quickly read 1 or 2 messages. The man in your studio said it all, but my question for him is, what is still holding Buan Water Project? Because as we speak, nothing is happening at the site from Clever Sunny. And this says, good morning, Kalada. This collapse may likely be a quality assurance issue. The bolt loss is a possible mistake from the fabrication team. Sabotage should not just be brought in. An external investigation team should take charge of the findings and make the conclusion. You shouldn't write your exams and mark your scripts all by yourself. More in from Rupoko. But time is fast spent, Mr. Nwigoh. Would Hyprep be open to, requests from Ogoni people? Because you've talked about accountability. You've talked about, would you open the books? Would you name the contractors? And, lastly, the people from Ubube, is it Ububu now, are saying that you have not gotten in contact with them and they have even written to their lawyers. So quickly, if you can answer these questions, I would be grateful.
Yeah, Canada, thank you. I told them what steps we are equally taking to I speak to you. The contractor is at the site in Guara because we have told them what is paramount beyond the unfortunate incident is to restore water. The contractor is back to site in Guara, and of course, we hope that we will get over this. But overall, it's also important to state that the project will cost. This is a temporary snag, but you can be sure that all our other projects are ongoing in the coming weeks.
Including Bois?
Yes, including what?
I wonder if I pronounce it well, but Bois Community Water Project, including that?
No, the Guara, that's Guara nations, and because we need that is conscious and very mindful of getting it right.
All right, thank you very much, but I've got to go. I've got commercials to play. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Kalada. Thank you.